Hi friends! So today we're finishing up our 5 senses and we're going to talk about our last one. Do you remember the 4 that we've already talked about? We already talked about our eyes for seeing, our ears for hearing, our mouths for tasting, and our noses for smelling. So what's left? Do you remember the 5th one, the last one? Our hands for touching. Our hands help us do so many things. We can feel the world around us. We can touch things. We can grab things. We can build things with our hands. Our hands help us do a lot. So, today we are going to talk about different textures and feelings that we can feel and touch with our hands, and then we're going to practice using our hands together. Okay, so you might have some of these things around your house, but if you don't, maybe you can find different things that feel similar. Okay, so my first thing that I wanted to share with you guys, do you remember my video about making this? A cloud with a rainbow? So what I used for the cloud was some cotton, and it's very, very fluffy and even a little squishy. You can squish it. It's very fluffy and kind of soft. I really love this. Okay. I also found a small square of bubble wrap. And this bubble wrap is bumpy. The bubbles make little bumps on the bubble wrap. And if you run your hand or your fingers across it, you can feel all the little bumps. And you can use your ears too. It's very crinkly. Sounds crinkly. Okay, then I have some pipe cleaners that I cut up. They're a little small, but these are fuzzy and soft. They've got lots of little fibers, and they're very fuzzy and soft. These remind me of little antennas that butterflies and caterpillars have. Caterpillars are also fuzzy. Okay, I have some ribbon, and this ribbon feels silky. Silky. I'm sure maybe you can find something around your house that feels silky too. I also found some moss, some dried moss that some people use when they're when they're potting plants or making terrariums, which is like a little plant in a jar or a vase. And it feels very dry because it's dried out, but it also feels a little rough. And my last thing to share, second to last thing, I found, let's see if you can see those, beads. I found beads. They're very small, but they are hard and smooth. You can't squish them. Even if you try, they're very hard and they're smooth. Okay, and then I found something so fun that you probably like to play with, Play-Doh. It's very soft and squishy. Soft and squishy and smooth, and it just is so fun to play with. Okay. So if you find things around your house that feel soft or rough or silky, smooth, fluffy, fuzzy, if you find those things, you can use your hand to feel those different textures. So now we're going to practice using our hands. Our hands help us feel things, but we can also do things with our hands. We can use our hands to pump soap or hand sanitizer. We can use our fingers to do it. That strengthens our hand muscles. We can use our hands to open containers. This top you just pull off and push on, but there are some tops where you have to twist for them to come off. And our hands help us do that. Our hands also help us pop bubble wrap. Let's see if I can pop it. Oh, popping bubble wrap is so fun. You can even pop bubble wrap with your feet. You can use your fingers and your hands. You can squish with your whole hand. Oh, they're not popping. You can squish with just your fingers. Let's see. Very cool. So we have bubble wrap. We can use our fingers and our hands to pop bubbles. We can use our fingers and our hands to play with Play-Doh and build something. Let me see. I'm gonna make a ball. If you roll it in your hands, in between your hands, you can make a ball. You can make animals and silly faces and cool designs and shapes using your hands to mold the Play-Doh. We can even use our hands to tie a bow or tie a knot. If you're learning how to tie your shoes, you're using your hands to help you do that. Our hands help us do so much. Let's see, our hands can help us make arts and crafts. Our hands can help us pin clothespins, squeeze them open and closed. We can pin them. And Mr. Jake uploaded a video where you can count with clothespins. So I'm going to put my clothespins on my stick and see how many I can get on there. I'm going to practice using both hands. So that's my second one. 3. I don't know if I have any more. I might just have 3 clothespins. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, you can make lots of crazy shapes with your clothespins if you use your hands. It even moves. How cool is that? So our hands help us build and make creations. And we can even play with beads with our hands. We can make bracelets. We can put beads on string or pipe cleaner. This is really good practice using your fingers and your hands. If you put beads on string or pipe cleaners, all different types of beads. All right. So I hope, friends, that you can find different textures around your house that you can feel and try to describe. Is it fuzzy? Is it smooth? Is it soft? Is it hard? And we can also feel temperature with our hands. If you touch an ice cube, it's going to be very cold. But if you have a warm cup of hot chocolate, it's going to be warm on your hands. So maybe you can find things around your house with different textures, and then you can practice using your hands too. Maybe you want to practice squeezing out soap, but maybe just do that when you're washing your hands. You can use your hands to do that. You can play with Play-Doh and see what you can build with your hands. If you have blocks, you can use your hands to build. So send me a picture of what you decide to do, what things you find around your house, what you decide to practice using your hands with. Maybe you build something, or you make a bracelet or a necklace using beads. I cannot wait to see what you guys do. So have a wonderful day, friends, and practice using your hands. Bye, friends.